a retro gamer and hobbyist artist with a lot of nerve. Crowlister, the master of ponage. Hi guys, Crowlister here with the Super Smash Bros. Discussion video. In this video, since this is being recorded after the April 2nd Direct revealing our next Nintendo console in further detail, in most of the departments, apart from the pricing, which should be, in America, about $450 for the standalone set and $500 for the set with Mario Kart World, and the unbelievable price of $80 for Mario Kart World itself alone. Though pre-orders are still not officially confirmed as of this recording. I wanted to talk about the possibility of Super Smash Bros. On the new console, and talk about whether we should be getting a new game or if we should be getting an upgrade pack for Smash Ultimate instead after the release of Kirby Air Riders. I did reiterate in some previous videos that Smash director Masahiro Sakurai was working on a game proposal, which he announced during his final video presentation on his YouTube channel. And a lot of people, including myself, started to anticipate news about Smash, though I considered the possibility that he might be working on another game instead. And as it turned out, that was Kirby Air Riders. Kirby Air Riders is going to be a sequel to Kirby Air Ride, which was actually the final previous game in the Kirby series that Sakurai specifically developed. I know he was responsible for the first Kirby game on the Game Boy, which was Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure on the NES, Kirby Superstar on the SNES, and Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube. Not sure if any others. Apart from ones where he was in a lesser role, like playing the voice of King Dedede. And he also did Kid Icarus Uprising. This is an animation short that I made for my channel with Animation Desk in response to the announcement he also made that Namco are co-developing Kirby Air Riders. It's just a cute animation to Kirby and Pac-Man that ends in Kirby crossover Namco because they're co-developing. And that short, surprisingly to me, got over 400 views, almost 500. So maybe I should do more short animations like this for my channel up ahead. So back to the subject. We thought we were going to get a Smash announcement, and instead we got a new Kirby game that Sakurai is actually working on for once. And to tell you the truth, it's fair. You know, after Super Smash Bros. Brawl, after Super Smash Bros. Melee, he did Kirby Air Ride as his final project in HAL Laboratory. And after Brawl, he did Kid Icarus Uprising as his first project in Sora Limited. He wasn't able to develop a game in between 3DS and Wii U and Smash Ultimate because 3DS and Wii U had downloadable content, and the Wii U had a short lifespan due to the console's failure. So they had to make a new game for the Switch as soon as possible, and some people even see Ultimate as like a deluxe make-of for 3DS and Wii U, even though I totally refute this, claiming it to be its purely own entry. So, to be fair, he's making the sequel to Kirby Air Ride, Namco's co-developing it, and then after that, we can start talking about Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch successor. Kirby Air Riders, though it doesn't have a confirmed date or any sign of updates within a range sooner rather than later, is supposed to come out within this year. So the game is probably almost near the end of its development cycle, and it's just going through debugging. And they're just waiting until the sweet spot to show us any real information about the game. After that, the next Super Smash Bros. Is to be considered for development. Now, the question is, should we get an actual new game or just a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate upgrade pack? Some people may be questioning, and I wanted to talk about this in the video. Upgrade packs for Switch original games are going to be one of the ways of marketing the new console by simply adding new content or just better graphics to older games for the new console with the reverse compatibility. And some people might think they might want to do that with Smash Ultimate instead of making an actual new game, since this is considered to be Sakurai's life's work. There are pros and cons to doing an upgrade pack instead of an actual new game. The pros, the good points, are that it would be faster and easier for them to make. Every character in the game can still return as playable characters. Anybody that's able to use their same Nintendo account and transfer save data will have less to replay and unlock in the game. Many new characters from new or recurring Smash franchises can be added as fighters, pure characters, or echo fighters. And they can possibly add new game modes and extensions to the adventure mode, for example. Cons, downside. Newcomers would be limited thanks to assist trophies. I'm sorry, Waluigi. No new story for the game. Veterans will not be able to get any revisions, so it's not like we can get, for example, Samus from Metroid Dread or Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Bonanza. Nor would we get really any buffs and nerfs for the characters that might need them. No new mechanics for basic gameplay, like no new in-game controls, like being able to attack while rolling dodging or air dodging, for example. And the fact that they would do an upgrade pack, if it should happen, instead of a new game, would be very susceptible to backlash from fans. Because a lot of people want an actual new game with an actual story that's different from the previous games, if they even do it at all, or just better in different game modes. And I bet some people also want to see roster cuts as well. Quality over quantity, you know? So, there's good and bad points to the possibility of doing an upgrade pack for Ultimate instead of an actual new game, though I personally would rather see an actual new game with a smaller roster and a better theme for the game and potential story than what Ultimate had, which was basically Sakurai just taking out his anger. Since my previous character speculation video didn't get a lot of views, and since we're not getting word about a new Smash until after Kirby Air Riders is done, not sure if there are any true leaks or not of the game, I will go over, in a lesser role, my character speculations on what characters we could possibly see as newcomers. From the Mario series, Waluigi, if they make an actual new game, and Geno seem possible. And a lot of people do want Paper Mario as well, and Kamek could even be considered if they wanted to add another Yoshi rep. Though Waluigi, we all know, is one of the most requested characters for the game. Possibly the most requested in America. So, they're gonna have to put him in the game so people will shut up about him. And they could easily give him like a moveset combining the sports games and party games. And I also have to question if they're going to revoice the Mario Quartet with Kevin Afghani, since Charles Martinet is no longer their voice actor. Though they do reuse voice acting throughout the series, so. From the Donkey Kong series, Dixie Kong is possible, and some people might also want to see Funky Kong as an Echo Fighter of Donkey Kong. I honestly can't see us getting a Legend of Zelda newcomer, because they have trouble coming up with characters from Zelda for the roster, apparently. Since, you know, Ganondorf and the Links are obviously clones, and we haven't had a newcomer since Toon Link and Brawl, and his inclusion was an afterthought in that game. Though a champion from Tears of the Kingdom could possibly be considered. From Metroid, we could get Ravenbeak from Metroid Dread, or Silux from the Metroid Prime series. They would be an excellent excuse to add another villain character to the game, and would have pretty awesome movesets. As somebody that played Metroid Dread, Ravenbeak would be a character I would absolutely love to see. From Kirby, we got Bandana D. He's a possibility. He'd be the first character in the series to fight on command using a spear. Going back to what I said about Pokemon before, it's more likely now that Generation 10 of Pokemon will come out before the next Smash game, so we can definitely rule out most of these Pokemon. I can't really see Generation 9 getting representation as a fighter in the game. Meowscarada is just another Dark-type cat starter, and we already have Incineroar. And in my opinion, Meowscarada would be a bit harder to make a good Smash moveset for than Cinderace, which people would argue would be outdated. I could see Zoroark, maybe, if they wanted to include a rep from Pokemon Legends Arceus. And it's also likely that Pokemon Black and White will get remakes around Generation 10. And we already have the Unova Pokemon League stage, so I would love to see Zoroark as well. And maybe Hisuian can take the place of it as a Pokeball Pokemon. Otherwise, we're definitely getting a Pokemon from Generation 10 that we haven't yet seen, turning course on what was speculated before. Again, Alear from Fire Emblem Engage is not promised to be the next character from Fire Emblem for the same reason. We might get a new Fire Emblem game before the next Super Smash Bros. Comes out, and a character from that game would be more likely. Though we're definitely going to get at least another newcomer as downloadable content as well, if I know Nintendo well enough. From Xenoblade, we got Noah and Mio from Xenoblade 3 as a possible tag team kind of character, and maybe even Elma from Xenoblade Chronicles X, though I think she's a lot less likely. From Splatoon, we got the Octolings. They could easily be added as a new playable character. It's possible, though not assured, that we could get representation from these franchises. For a few reasons. They're just not characters that are on the cards where my personal speculation is concerned. Star Fox, F-Zero, and Earthbound are pretty much done for, so you cannot expect any newcomers from any of those franchises. And where new Nintendo franchises are concerned, we could see a character from the Rhythm Heaven series, which I think is especially likely since we're getting a Rhythm Heaven game as one of the final Switch original games with Rhythm Heaven Groove. And the Rhythm Heaven characters were supposed to have been planned for 3DS and Wii U. And it's pretty clear that Sakurai wants Rhythm Heaven represented in the game as a character. Ring Fit trainees from Ring Fit Adventures are a possibility, since we got the Wii Fit trainer before. A lot of people are demanding Isaac from the Golden Sun series to be in the game as a fighter as well, which again, with Waluigi assist trophy, so if it's an upgrade it can't happen. And we should probably also get another retro, or like NES dates character, like Takamaru from the mysterious Murasame Castle, which, again, is an assist trophy. So if it's an upgrade pack for Ultimate, it can't happen. There's also a lot of possibility for third-party characters. For Sega, I know a lot of people are demanding Shadow the Hedgehog and other characters from Sonic to be in the game. So, whatever, Sonic fans. There are a lot of possibilities for Capcom. Zero, again, and also Shadow is an assist trophy, so no promises there. There's also Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney, Dante from Devil May Cry, and Leon from Resident Evil. Those are all characters a lot of people would love to see from Capcom. From Namco, we got Clone Noah and Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia as possibilities. There are a lot of possibilities from Microsoft, in terms of any of the studios that they co-own. I would think Crash Bandicoot would be a sure win this generation since Sora managed to get in Smash Ultimate. However, the event where Microsoft fired close to half of Toys for Bob's employees, resulting in the delay or cancellation of a new Spyro game, and the discontinuation of Crash Team Rumble, might hinder the chance of it happening. Regardless, I know Activision does want Crash Bandicoot to be in Super Smash Bros., and he is one of the most requested characters now, along with Waluigi. So I wouldn't see why they wouldn't go with him unless it was for like a potential bankruptcy reason. Regardless, Activision are definitely focused on Call of Duty and Tony Hawk. Besides that, we also have Doomslayer from Bethesda and Cuphead from Studio MDHR, which both have Mii Fighter costumes in Ultimate, so Cuphead and Doomslayer are also possible. Master Chief we can probably rule out, because while a lot of people anticipated that we would see a Halo compilation on the new Nintendo console, we didn't see that in the Direct, didn't we? And Halo has only ever been on the Microsoft consoles, computer and Xbox, apart from its inclusion in Fortnite. So, there's them. Other third-party franchises that are possible. From Ubisoft, we could get Rayman or even Travis Touchdown. From Tecmo, we could get Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden. There's also Sans from Undertale and Shantae that a lot of people want to see in the game as well, and have Mii Fighter costumes. Lots of different possibilities going on. So with that, is going to wrap up this discussion. Feel free to share with me your thoughts at all if you think the next Super Smash Bros. Game should be an actual new Super Smash Bros. Game, or if they should just do an upgrade pack for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, adding more characters and other content to the game. Which, one or the other could easily happen after the release of Kirby Air Riders. We gotta wait over a year. So be patient, and until then, I will be doing my how to freehand draw characters in the Smash series videos, and the Epic Amiibo battle as well. I did work a little bit on the next Epic Amiibo battle with Pikachu, so hold tight until I get that up in the days to come up ahead. And I also want to make another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Characters tier list video, except it's going to be based on character cuts for the next game. If characters, I think, are going to be removed from the roster if it's an actual new game. What ones are going to stay and what ones are going to go, in my personal speculation. So, I have quite a lot planned for my channel, and consider following me if you like any of the franchises and stuff that I have listed here. I do some actual play videos, I do discussion videos, I do fan art videos. I have a lot planned for my channel overall, so consider following me. So that is going to wrap up this video. I am Crolister, Master of Ponage. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next upload.